Hello students, I welcome you back to this online lecture series. I hope you all are fine and staying safe at your homes. So we were doing the chapter The Enemy by Pearl S. Buck, and this is the fifth video lecture on this chapter, The Enemy. So we will begin today from where we had stopped in the last lecture. In the last lecture, we had stopped on page number 30 in your book Vistas, and we had talked about how the doctor, that is Sadao Hoki, and his wife Hana, they had brought the American prisoner to their house, and they were going to wash him and operate upon him. So we will continue from the middle of this page, from the line, "She turned to the nursery and called Yumi. But the children heard her voice, and she had to go in for a moment and smile at them and play with the baby boy, now 3 months old. Over the baby's soft black hair, she motioned with her mouth, 'Yumi, come with me.' 'I will put the baby to bed,' Yumi replied. 'He is ready.' She went with Yumi to the bedroom next to the nursery and stood with the boy in her arms, while Yumi spread the sleeping quilts on the floor and laid the baby between them. Then Hana led the way quickly and softly to the kitchen. The two servants were frightened at what their master had just told them. The old gardener, who was also a house servant, pulled the full few hairs on his upper lip. 'The master ought not to heal the wound of this white man,' he said bluntly to Hana. 'The white man ought to die. First he was shot, then the sea caught him and wounded him with her rocks. If the master heals what the gun did and what the sea did, they will take revenge on us.' So we see that till now the white man, the American prisoner who was wounded, he has not been treated till now, and he has been laid down in the room of Sadao's father, and the master of the house, that is Sadao Hoki, and his wife Hana, they have gone to tell their servants about this man, because it is not possible that in the house the man is there and they are curing him and they don't tell the servants. And also the man needs to be washed, and for that purpose Hana has gone to call Yumi, who is their maid servant. So Yumi comes, and in the meanwhile the old gardener also comes. The gardener is there, a Japanese gardener is there, who is very old, and he has also been told by Sadao. And so what that man is saying, he is saying that the master ought not to heal the wound of this white man. So according to him, this white man, who is an enemy, who is from an enemy country, if Dr. Sadao heals this man, he operates on him and he cures him, then the sea and the gun, we remember that he was shot with a gun, and we also remember that he was wounded severely because of the rocks in the sea. So the old gardener is of the opinion that if this man, this specific man, then the gun and the sea, both non-living things, they will take revenge upon this particular family and the servants as well. So he is of a superstitious nature, and because he is old, so that is where his mind runs to. Okay, so Hana, what she says, "I will tell him what you say." So she just answers that, "Okay, आप जो भी बोल रहे हैं हम सदाओ होगी को बता देंगे." Okay, but she herself was also frightened, although she was not superstitious as the old man. Could it ever be well to help an enemy? Nevertheless, she told Yumi to fetch the hot water and bring it to the room where the white man was. So Hana is telling, she's thinking that, is it right? Should we help this man who is our enemy? And this dilemma, should we help or should we not help? This is continuously going on in their minds. Sadao is not really speaking. Hana is continuously letting out her thoughts. So she is continuously thinking, and the writer is telling us her thoughts. She is thinking whether they should help this man or they should not help. Okay, So this frightening situation is there, but she is not a superstitious person like this old gardener. She went ahead and slid back the partitions. Sadao was not there. Yumi, following, put down her wooden bucket. Then she went over to the white man. When she saw him, her thick lips folded themselves into stubbornness. I have never washed a white man, she said, and I will not wash so dirty a one now. Hana cried at her severely. You will do what your master commands you. There was so fierce a look of resistance upon Yumi's round, dull face that Hana felt unreasonably afraid. So, when Yumi and Hana both go into the room where the old man is lying, so Yumi is told by Hana to clean his body, to wash him. So what Yumi says, that मैंने ये काम कभी नहीं किया. I have never washed a white man and I will not do even now. Okay. So Hana is outraged. Hana को गुस्सा आ जाता है and what she says कि तुम वही करोगे जो तुमको तुम्हारे मास्टर कमांड कर रहे हैं. And what is she commanding her? She is commanding her to wash that man. Now, there was so fierce a look of resistance upon Yumi's round, dull face that Hana felt unreasonably afraid. After all, if the servant should report something that was not as it happened, so Hana is frightened. Hana is frightened of her servant Yumi. Why? Because of the situation in which they are. They are in a very critical situation and it is a very compromising situation for them. जहाँ पे अगर वो सर्वेंट्स की बात को नहीं सुनेंगे या सर्वेंट से ज़बरदस्ती करेंगे तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि सर्वेंट्स जाके बता दें पुलिस को, ठीक है. और ज़रूरी नहीं कि सर्वेंट्स बहुत डायरेक्ट बात बताएं या अपने मास्टर्स को सेव करने के लिए हर बात बताएं. मे बी दे कैन ऐड ऑन टू थिंग्स जो रियल नहीं है. ओके, सो ऑल दिस विल लैंड देम इनटू ट्रबल, स्पेशली द डॉक्टर एंड हिज वाइफ. So, taking all these precautions, Hana has to mild down before Yumi. Okay, she has to now speak in a more soft manner. So, what she says, very well, she said with dignity. You understand, we only want to bring him to his senses so that we can turn him over as a prisoner. So, Hana tries to convince Yumi. उसको कन्विंस करना चाहती है. वो क्या बोलती है, अच्छा ठीक है, तो तुमको ये बात समझ में नहीं आ रही है दैट हम बस उसको उसके सेंसेस में लाना चाह रहे हैं. एंड वंस दिस वाइट मैन कम्स टू हिज सेंसेस, व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू, हम उसको पुलिस के हवाले कर देंगे. वी विल हैंड हिम ओवर एज अ प्रिजनर. ओके, सो व्हाट इज यूमी सेइंग, आई विल हैव नथिंग टू डू विथ इट. आई एम अ पुअर पर्सन एंड इट इज नॉट माई बिजनेस. सो यूमी इज टेकिंग अ सेफ साइड. वो बिल्कुल डरी हुई है. एंड वॉट शी सेज कि हमको इस चीज से, हमको इस मैटर से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. प्लीज डोंट पुल मी इनटू दिस एंड आई एम अ पुअर पर्सन. हम गरीब इंसान हैं. ओके, एंड प्लीज डोंट इन्वॉल्व मी इनटू दिस. ये मेरा काम नहीं है. देन प्लीज, हाना सेड जेंटली, रिटर्न टू योर ओन वर्क. सो हाना हैज टू लीव हर विथ हर ओन स्टबर्ननेस. वो अब उसके जिद में उसको छोड़ देती है. एंड शी टेल्स हर, ठीक है, देन यू कैन लीव. ओके, सो वो अपने काम पे चली जाती है. एट वंस यूमी लेफ्ट द रूम, बट दिस लेफ्ट हाना विद द वाइट मैन अलोन. शी माइट हैव बीन टू अफ्रेड टू स्टे हैड नॉट हर एंगर एट यूबीज स्टबर्ननेस नाउ सस्टेन्ड हर. सो वो यूमी से बात बहुत नॉर्मल तरीके से कर रही थी, बट उसको उसके ऊपर गुस्सा काफी ज्यादा आता है. ओके, so what she's saying, stupid Yumi, she muttered fiercely. Is this anything but a man? And a wounded, helpless man? So she is calling Yumi as stupid. क्यों? Because उसको दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है कि ये एक बेचारा सा लाचार wounded इंसान है. This man, he is helpless. वो किसी भी तरह से उन लोगों को हार्म नहीं कर सकता है. And still Yumi is not ready to wash him. Okay? So all this is making her angry. In the conviction of her own superiority, she bent impulsively and untied the knotted rugs that kept the white man covered. When she had his breast bare, she dipped the small clean towel that Yumi had brought into the steaming hot water and washed his face carefully. The man's skin, though rough with exposure, was of a fine texture and must have been very blonde when he was a child. So, ये जो गुस्सा है हाना के अंदर, वो गुस्सा उसको सस्टेन करता है एंड दैट मेक्स हर डू द वॉशिंग हरसेल्फ। तो वो खुद क्या करती है, जो काम यूमी को उसने कहा था वो खुद करने लगती है। शी टेक्स द टॉवल, डिप्स इट इन हॉट वाटर एंड स्टार्ट्स वॉशिंग हिज फेस, क्लीनिंग हिज फेस एंड शी ऑब्जर्व्स हिम एंड शी फील्स के वो उसकी स्किन बहुत सॉफ्ट है, बहुत फाइन टेक्सचर की है। ओके, while she was thinking these thoughts, though not really liking the man better now than he was no longer a child, she kept on washing him until his upper body was quite clean, but she dared not turn him over. Where was Sadao? Now her anger was ebbing and she was anxious again, and she rose, wiping her hands on the wrong towel. Then lest the man be chilled, she pulled the quilt over him. So, इस एंगर में और ये सोचते सोचते वो क्या करती है, शी कंप्लीटली वॉशेज हिज अपर बॉडी. ओके, इन दिस एंगेजमेंट इन हर माइंड, her hands have done the half the job. Okay, so she has washed this man and then she remembers that Sadao, he is not there around, so she calls him. He had been about to come in when she called. His hand had been on the door and now he opened it. She saw that he had brought his surgeon's emergency bag and that he wore his surgeon's coat. You have decided to operate? She cried. Yes, he said shortly. He turned his back to her and unfolded a sterilized towel upon the floor of the Tokonoma alcove and put his instruments upon it. So, what we see that while in the meanwhile, when she is cleaning that man, Sadao had gone outside, and when he comes in, he carries his emergency kit. He carries his doctor's kit with him and the bag with all the medical equipments, so that it tells her that he is going to operate this man. Okay, so she asks him that are you going to operate, क्या तुम इसको operation करने जा रहे हो? And he says yes. Okay, so then he gives her the orders that bring the towels, and so they are ready to operate upon this American prisoner. Okay, she went obediently, but how anxious now, to the linen shelves and took out the towels. There out also to be old pieces of matting so that the blood would not ruin the fine floor covering. She went out to the black veranda where the gardener kept strips of matting with which to protect delicate shrubs on cold nights, and took an armful of them. But when she came back into the room, she saw this was useless. The blood had already soaked through the packing in the man's wound and had ruined the mat under him. So, Hana, we see, is a housemaker. वो एक family maker है, and she takes care of the house and everything in the house. So when she sees that operation में maybe वहाँ जो रूम पे जो मैट बिछा हुआ है, जो क्विल्ट है, जो चादर है, whatever things are there, the furnishings, वो maybe गंदे हो सकते हैं. So what she does, she goes to the garden and she brings all the old things, old mats and all, so that वो उनको रखेगी ऑपरेशन के टाइम में, और उससे जो होगा उसका जो रूम है वो गंदा नहीं होगा. बट वेन शी ब्रिंग्स देम, व्हाट शी सीज के ऑलरेडी जो है वो पूरा मैट उसका डिस्ट्रॉय हो चुका है, उसमें पूरा ब्लड सोक कर चुका है. ओह, द मैट, शी क्राइड. Yes, it is ruined, Sadao replied, as though he did not care. Help me to turn him, he commanded her. She obeyed him without a word, and he began to wash the man's back carefully. Yumi would not wash him, she said. Did you wash him then? Sadao asked, not stopping for a moment his swift, concise movements. Yes, she said. He did not seem to hear her, but she was used to his absorption when he was at work. So, ये बातचीत हो रही है उन दोनों के बीच. वो बता रही है that Yumi had refused to wash him, और so ये washing किसने की? She did it herself. Okay, but the doctor, he was more engaged in that man and the operation that he was about to do, and so ये बहुत cursory सा conversation हो रहा है दोनों के बीच में. But Hana doesn't mind at all, because she knows कि ये जो डॉक्टर है, when he is committed to one thing, when he is committed to operating this man, उसका ध्यान और इधर उधर नहीं भटकता है. Okay, so she wondered for a moment if it mattered to him what was the body upon which he worked so long as it was for the work he did so excellently. Now, this line is very important. She wondered से लेकर excellently तक. Why is it important? Because it talks about the nobility of a doctor's profession. What is Hana thinking? Hana is thinking that how does Sadao's mind work. Sadao's mind and heart is completely involved in the work that he is doing, in the work. And what is his work? His work as a doctor is to cure this man, to operate and cure this man, whoever he is. And so he doesn't at all care. It doesn't even matter to him कि ये जो बॉडी है जिसपे वो ऑपरेट कर रहा है वो कौन है, वो कहाँ से आया है, उसकी नेशनैलिटी क्या है. ओके, सो दिस लाइन, दिस स्पेसिफिक thought of Hannah about her husband, about her doctor husband, tells us about the nobility of a doctor's profession. Okay? You will have to give the anesthetic if he needs it, he said. She repeated blankly. But never have I. It is enough, he said impatiently. So, now वो क्या कमांड दे रहे हैं अपनी वाइफ को कि तुमको इसको anesthetic भी देना पड़ सकता है, so be ready. Okay? And she says that I have never done it. So he says that it is very easy. He was taking out the packing now and the blood began to flow more quickly. He peered into the wound with the bright surgeon's light fastened on his forehead. The bullet is still there, he said with cool interest. Now I wonder how deep this rock wound is. If it is not too deep, it may be that I can get the bullet. But the bleeding is not superficial. He has lost much blood. So, वो अपना काम करते जा रहे हैं and he is continuously speaking about whatever he is seeing in that man's body. Okay, at this moment, Hannah choked. He looked up and saw her face the color of sulfur. So he is a doctor. उनको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है उसके बॉडी की कंडीशन से, स्मेल से. Okay, but Hannah, she has never experienced all this. Okay, so she is choking and उसका कलर जो है वो बिल्कुल अजीब सा सल्फर के कलर का हो गया. Don't faint, he said sharply. He did not put down his exploring instrument. If I stop now, the man will surely die. She clapped her hands to her mouth and leaped up and ran out of the room. Outside in the garden, he heard her retching, but he went on with his work. It will be better for her to empty her stomach, he thought. He had forgotten that of course she had never seen an operation, but her distress and his inability to go to her at once made him impatient and irritable with this man who lay like dead under his knife. So, in all this entire conversation on page number 33, what do we see? We see that he was a very practical minded doctor. Okay? Dr. Sadao Hoki बहुत कम बात करते थे एंड बहुत लिमिटेड इम्पॉर्टेंट बात करते थे. एंड वी कैन सी इन दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन दैट ही इज वेरी मच aloof. He is very much contained within himself. He has a lot of poise and he has a lot of self control. और वो जो काम कर रहे हैं उस काम में अगर उनको उनकी फैमिली को भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम होता है, सो ही डजंट लीव दैट जॉब एंड ही रन्स टू हर कि अरे तुमको उल्टी हो रही है एंड अरे यू आर नॉट वेल. He is sticking to his profession. He is sticking to his duty and his responsibility that he has taken upon himself. वो बहुत ही practical minded हो करके हर काम को कर रहे हैं. And we see that how he is involved. He has given himself to his task of curing this man. Okay, so all this tells us about the nobility of the medical profession. Okay, so we turn the page and we move to page number 34. This man, he thought, there is no reason under heaven why he should live. तो वो जब नहीं जा पाते अपनी वाइफ के पास तो वो उनसे कुछ नहीं बोलते, बट what he is thinking, उनके दिमाग में भी थॉट्स आते रहते हैं. ये जो डिलेमा है, ये जो कन्फ्लिक्ट है, इनर कन्फ्लिक्ट, ये बार बार उभर कर आ रहा है. एंड फिर वो क्या सोच रहे हैं कि ये जो आदमी है जो मेरे सामने मेरे नाइफ के नीचे पड़ा हुआ है, देयर इज नो रीजन इन अंडर हेवन दैट ही शुड लिव. The doctor is not able to find any reason as to why he is saving this man. Okay, but still he is saving him. So what is really important over here is that ये जो prejudices हैं ये डॉक्टर के दिमाग में आती हैं, बट फिर वो उनको ओवरकम कर लेता है. Why? Because he has a lot of compassion, a lot of humanity in him, and he is still even without any reason he wants to do good. So इससे हमको क्या सीखने को मिल रहा है, that कोई भी सिचुएशन हो उसमें हमको भी बिना सोचे समझे अच्छा काम करना है. ओके, and we have to do something which should benefit others, and we should not act selfishly when there are times of crisis. Okay, unconsciously this thought made him ruthless and he proceeded swiftly. In his dream the man moaned, but Sadao paid no heed except to mutter at him. Groan, he muttered. Groan if you like. I'm not doing this for my own pleasure. In fact, I do not know why I am doing it. So, जब वो ऑपरेशन करना स्टार्ट करते हैं तो वो जो पेशेंट है उनका वो आवाजें निकालता है. He moans in pain. उसको दर्द हो रहा है. He is unconscious, and so he moans. He is not able to rise, come to his consciousness, and so he is moaning. So what the doctor says, डॉक्टर धीरे धीरे क्या बोल रहे हैं, I cannot help you and I'm not doing all this for my own pleasure. In fact, I even don't know why I am doing it. Okay? The door opened and there was Hana again. Where is the anesthetic? She asked in clear voice. Sadao motioned with his chin. It is as well that you come back. It is as well that you come back, he said. This fellow is beginning to stir. So वो ये सब सोचते हैं और वो ऑपरेशन स्टार्ट कर देते हैं. एंड हाना ऑल्सो कम्स एंड शी आस्क दैट टेल मी वेयर द एनेस्थेटिक इज, एंड सो शी ब्रिंग्स द एनेस्थेटिक. शी हैड द बॉटल एंड सम कॉटन इन हर हैंड. बट हाउ शैल आई डू इट, शी आस्क्ड. Simply saturate the cotton and hold it near his nostrils. Sadao replied without delaying for one moment the intricate detail of his work. When he breathes badly, move it away a little. So वो उसको इंस्ट्रक्शन दे रहे हैं कि कैसे एनेस्थेटिक देना है. ओके, एंड शी इज अ क्लेवर वुमन. हाना इज ऑल्सो वेरी मच लाइक शी इज ऑल्सो अ गुड वुमन बिकॉज शी इज फॉलोइंग वट एवर ही इज सेइंग, एंड she is also very clever. She is also very witty. She rises to the occasion. So वो एक बार में समझ जाती है कि what he is saying and how he is telling to do it. Okay. She crouched close to the sleeping face of the young American. It was a piteously thin face, she thought, and the lips were twisted. The man was suffering whether he knew it or not. तो वो जब उसको एनेस्थेटिक देने जाती है हाना, उसके क्लोज जाती है, तो वो उसके फेस को देखती है, फेस को ऑब्जर्व करती है, एंड शी सीज दैट हिज लिप्स आर ट्विस्टेड. और उसका जो फेस है वो बहुत पतला हो गया है, सूख कर बिल्कुल पतला हो गया है, बिकॉज ही हैज नॉट ईटन, बिकॉज ही इज इन पेन सिंस मेनी डेज. ओके, द मैन वॉज सफरिंग वेदर ही न्यू इट और नॉट. और ये जो आदमी है, ये जो अमेरिकन प्रिजनर है, ये बहुत सफर कर रहा है. इवन व्हेन ही इज नॉट इन हिज सेंसेस, ही इज सफरिंग अ लॉट. Watching him, she wondered if the stories they heard sometimes of the suffering of prisoners were true. So when she sees him, ये जब उसको देख रही है, so what she is thinking about the stories that they used to hear about the prisoners. दैट प्रिजनर्स को ऐसे ट्रीट किया जाता था, प्रिजनर्स को बहुत बुरे ट्रीटमेंट मिलते थे. सो शी इज थिंकिंग अबाउट दो स्टोरीज विच शी हैड नेवर सीन फ्रॉम हर आईज, बट शी हैड हर्ड अबाउट देम. ओके, दे केम लाइक फ्लिकर्स ऑफ र्यूमर टोल्ड बाय वर्ड ऑफ माउथ एंड ऑलवेज कॉन्ट्रडिक्टिंग. सो जैसे हम अफवाह सुनते हैं, जैसे बहुत सारी खबरें आती हैं हमारे पास, आती रहती हैं. सो दो स्टोरीज केम लाइक रूमर एंड दे वर ऑलवेज कॉन्ट्रडिक्टेड इन द सेंस कि कोई होता था जो क्या बोलता था, नहीं, प्रिजनर्स को बहुत अच्छे से रखा जाता है, प्रिजनर्स को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं दी जाती है. ओके, इन द न्यूज पेपर्स द रिपोर्ट्स वर ऑलवेज दैट वेरेवर द जापानीज आर्मीज वेंट द पीपल रिसीव्ड देम ग्लैडली विद क्राइज ऑफ जॉय एट देयर लिबरेशन. सो वट एवर हाना इज सीन, हाना जो देख रही है उसके सामने एक प्रिजनर है एंड उसकी सिचुएशन क्या है, बहुत ज्यादा बदहाल है, बहुत बेकार सिचुएशन है, उसकी बहुत डिसहार्टनिंग सिचुएशन है. ओके, ही इज इन सच अ ग्रेट अमाउंट ऑफ पेन. सो ये जो अपने सामने देख रही है, और फिर जो स्टोरीज वो सुनती है या न्यूज़पेपर में जो सुनती है या टीवी में जो सुनती है, टीवी वाले क्या बताते हैं, मीडिया क्या बताती है, दैट द जापानीज सोल्जर्स, उनको हर जगह बहुत अच्छे से ट्रीटमेंट दिया जाता है, उनको कहीं पे भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती है. बट द रियलिटी क्या है, रियलिटी इज इन फ्रंट ऑफ हर. रियलिटी ये है दैट कोई भी सोल्जर होता है, अगर वो किसी कंट्री में गया और वहां पे वो फंस गया या उसकी कंट्री हार गई एंड उसको प्रिजनर बना लिया गया, सो ही इज नॉट एट ऑल ट्रीटेड नाइसली. सो ये जो वॉर है, यहाँ पे वॉर के एक नेगेटिव साइड को दिखाया गया है. ऑब्वियसली वॉर इज कम्प्लीटली अ नेगेटिव थिंग इन इट सेल्फ, बट यहाँ पे उसके एक इम्पॉर्टेंट नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट को ये दिखाया गया है दैट वॉर में जो सोल्जर्स होते हैं, जो लड़ने जाते हैं, उनको मेन तकलीफ होती है. दे आर द पीपल हु सफर. जो लीडर्स होते हैं उनको प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं होती. इनफैक्ट प्रॉब्लम देने वाले कौन होते हैं? लीडर्स होते हैं. दे आर द वंस हु मेक द normal public suffer. Okay, so but sometimes she remembers such men as General Takima, who at home beat his wife cruelly, though no one mentioned it now that he had fought so victorious a battle in Manchuria. If a man like that could be so cruel to a woman in his power, would he not be cruel to one like this, for instance? So from this but sometimes to this point, for instance, it is very important. It is something to reflect upon. What is Hana thinking? She is remembering of a general. General is a man of the army, a head person of the army. She is thinking about a general जिसका नाम क्या था? General Takima. And what she remembers about him is that उसके बारे में बहुत सारे stories लोग बताते थे that he used to beat his wife very cruelly at home. तो ये क्या है? डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस वो अपने घर में करता था अपनी वाइफ के ऊपर. ओके, एंड शी इज थिंकिंग दैट वो उसको जब पावर मिला तो वो अपनी वाइफ के ऊपर ही वॉज क्रूएल विथ हर. ओके, सो शी इज थिंकिंग दैट इफ ही वॉज क्रूएल अपॉन हिज वाइफ, ओके, एट हिज होम, सो जब उसको और ज्यादा पावर मिल जाएगा, पूरी कंट्री की आर्मी का उसको पावर मिल जाएगा और दूसरे कंट्री के प्रिजनर्स के ओवर उसको पावर मिल जाएगा, सो वुड ही नॉट एक्ट क्रूएली with those prisoners of war? So this is Hana who is thinking about the details. She is using her own mind and she is trying to picture it out. वो अपने दिमाग से सोच के ये कंक्लूजन शी इज कमिंग टू दिस कंक्लूजन दैट अगर पावरफुल लोग अपने घर में वायलेंस कर सकते हैं, सो उनको जब ज्यादा पावर मिल जाएगी, जब बुरे लोगों को ज्यादा पावर मिल जाएगी, तो वो और क्या करेंगे? वो और दूसरों को दबाएंगे. दे विल एक्ट मोर क्रूएली, दे विल यूज मोर वायलेंस. ओके, एंड सो ऑल दिस, ये जो वो सोच रही है उसका एग्जाम्पल उसके सामने है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ दिस अमेरिकन प्रिजनर, जिसको उसकी कंट्री में बहुत बुरा ट्रीटमेंट दिया गया बिकॉज ही वॉज अ प्रिजनर. He was shot and he was not given food. He was starving and he was kept maybe in some jail or something. So this is the reality of war. So what she is thinking, she hoped anxiously that this young man had not been tortured. So वो बहुत दिल से वो क्या ये दुआ कर रही है. She is hoping and she is sincerely hoping that दिस मैन, ये जो प्रिजनर है, ये इतना डेलिकेट सा है, वो वॉर में लड़ने आ गया है. सो शी इज होपिंग दैट शी जस्ट होप्स दैट दिस मैन वॉज नॉट टॉर्चर्ड. इट वॉज एट दिस मोमेंट दैट शी ऑब्जर्व डीप रेड स्कार्स ऑन हिज नेक जस्ट अंडर द ईयर. So she is thinking about all this torture that the prisoners suffer in the war, and at the same time what she is observing कि उसके neck के ऊपर क्या है? चोट लगी हुई है. He has very deep red scars upon his neck which are signaling to the torture that was done to him. Okay, so this is a very sad thing जो उनके दिमाग में आ रही है, हाना के दिमाग में आ रही है, एंड इट इज अ सैड रियलिटी ऑफ वॉर एज अ होल. ओके, सो दिस इज वेयर वी स्टॉप टुडे. दिस इज पेज नंबर 34 and from here we will continue in our next lecture. So please continue reading the chapter and note down the things that you don't understand, and we will meet in the next lecture video. Okay, so see you then. Stay safe. Thank you.